Right, so I'm back from it's the 12th of August right now. My stomach's feeling better. Several days off. I also went back to England to go to a wedding the other day, so I haven't really recorded one in a while. Today we're going to practice just a short one to get back into the swing of things. I'm going to go backwards up the ramp, do a 180 and then come back down, backwards again. It seems like to start out with I should go in switch so I can come out regular. If I go in regular and come out switch, then coming back down the ramp switch is still a little bit wobbly. So, but I've still got kind of a feel for it. So I'm just going to do, let's call it 20 each side. It's a bit like one of those. Maybe I should do it in the little bowl thing and just go back and forward and back and forward. Well, I'll do a couple here to get the feel for it. I've done like 3 so far. I've had a pretty long warm up just skating around and stuff, but I've only done 3 of these like ever, and so I'm going to do a couple on here, and then I'm going to switch to the half pipe, maybe the big one. It's difficult to keep up speed on the big one. You can get higher, but it takes a lot more effort. So I think I'll take the little one, and yeah. So I'm going to do let's call it 3 going in switch and 3 going in regular, and then coming out the opposite of whichever. Yeah. 8:10 right now. I'm a little bit late because I was driving all day yesterday to get back home. Okay, so I'll go in forwards, turn it around, go up backwards, and then you'll see what I'm trying to do. Simple. Not necessarily easy. Let's try Fakie. Switch. Now that might have looked okay, but actually it was pretty nerve-wracking. Okay, that's 1 of each. Let's do another 2 of each. That was wobbly. That's what the switch exit looks like. Well, that was nice. I got quite a bit of air there. You heard this massive click as I came back down to land. Okay. You got to turn around. Whoopee. Yeah, coming down out of that one, that feels really good. And switch. Oh no, wrong way. that feels good though. It feels like I can get air. Okay, now switch. No, just the windmilling. Just don't have that control on the way down. Ooh. Got it on my fingers a bit there, but not really. Not too bad. Yeah, I've got to figure out the switch one. Just do a couple more gentle ones, shall we? Yeah, there's something going on with my right leg when it's at the top. It's pushing too hard against the wall. Ooh. Let's do a nice big one on the other side. Get a lot of height when I'm turning around there. I feel like I can get way more height out of that than I can if I'm going forwards and doing a 180. because I can always spot my landing. I'm turning into the landing rather than turning away from it, so it's, I can see where my feet are going to go, and it gives me a lot more confidence. Yeah, let's try switch again. I think it's pretty much solved already from a mix of my other skills, not on regular. Pretty smooth, but I still need to do it at high speed. Something wrong with my balance, I'm going over to the left. Focusing more on staying straight. Ooh. Yeah, and coming down I kind of come up on my toes and stuff. There's a number of things that aren't going super great. That was not very good either. Didn't feel good. Let's do another one regular. I even flung a leg up in the air and I was fine. Maybe I'm going up too vertical or something. Or too horizontal? I don't know. Feeling better. Feeling better, but not quite as natural, especially on the come down. Turning into it really nice. Oops. Next time. I can do it, but I don't know if that's even more sketchy than... Okay. Certainly smoother on a down. But yeah, it needs a lot more practice to get my body used to that movement. Not bad though, pretty good. Feels a lot better. Okay, so now I'm going to try and go for reps, which means I need to speed it up rather than going back and forth, so I'm going to try and do it in a little half pipe over there. Okay, so I'm definitely finding it pretty easy, pretty normal to be able to do this trick, which is going backwards 180 and then come out backwards. When I go in regular, To start with, what I was, oh yeah, I guess I can't show you. I was going in, it was difficult to start with when I go in regular because I come out switch. So I go in with my right foot back, turn round, and then come out with my left foot back. And that coming back out of the trick was really awkward. So what I'm going to continue to try now is to go in backwards with my right foot back and do an actual full 180 to continue being straight on the way out. I don't have to worry about switch. The sun's already pretty high. Should have come out earlier. Okay. I'm going straight. I need to come out. Now, I've run into a problem. The problem is that if I'm going in regular and coming out regular, that means I'm going into the next one regular as well. But if I go in switch, then I come out regular. Which means I can do switch once, but then I'm constantly in regular forever. So I need to work on my regular out to switch, because I mean it's only for this particular task, but it'll help me out anyway. Okay. It's that switch one that hurts the most. I think I was slowly but surely getting into the corner there as well. Went pretty well for a while, and I was getting some more speed and more height. I think maybe I was getting too much speed and too much height to be able to control it. So maybe I should try down in the bowl here, where I've got a bit more time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep the speed up, but it's worth a try. Okay, there we go. So that kind of messed me up because I was going so fast off this little ramp here that I got air and I didn't recover in time. Okay, so I need to continue doing hop 180s and not jump 180s for now. I think if I'm going at high speed and just going to do one, I should do the jump 180 to go in regular and come out regular. But when I'm doing this, well, we'll see. Maybe if I've got a bit more time from this wider bowl, I'll be able to do a jump 180, come down nicely in regular stance, switch my stance on the move, and then come up to do the opposite side of my body. Okay. So jump 180. Which felt pretty good, I must say. Maybe I need to jump 180 on both sides rather than do the hop, because although the hop turns me round, it's not getting me any air and it's not getting me a great deal of height. I mean, maybe it is. At jump 180 you've really felt like it was putting me up to another level of height. Oh boy. 8:25. I thought this was going to be a short one, but I'm actually pretty enjoying this. As I get higher, it gets worse and worse on this side, because coming out switches and going backwards and on a ramp is right at the limit there. So I definitely need to continue practicing this like this, because when you find a limit you need to keep pushing at it a little bit. It's not going to do me any good skill wise if I go, oh, that's slightly out of my skill range, so I'm not going to try to achieve it. Woo. Look how smooth that one is. Oh, that's pretty smooth. Oh. I'm okay. Woo. Hey. Whoa. Right, might as well wrap it up. I think my back is going to need a bit of rest. So, okay, I did a pretty long warm up today. I was skating all over the park. Really wanted to, you know, get limber and feel good and remind myself why I love to skate, because when you have several days off in a row because of injury or anything like that, you need to get back into it as soon as you're ready. Otherwise, you lose that habit of going every day. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I got out today, even if I was about an hour late. I'll be out tomorrow as well. I'm enjoying doing these backwards 180s on the ramps. They're pretty cool. I think I did about probably 5 on each side before I fell over over there, which isn't too bad. Definitely needs more practice though. I think I might make a few videos of some slalom stuff. Probably bring my other skates. Maybe I should bring them as well, and then I can do some bowl stuff and some slalom stuff. I don't know. I need to watch a few more slalom tutorial videos. Because when you come to the skate park, it's actually pretty easy just to say, oh, that object, I can do something with that, so I'm going to go practice on that. And jumping onto the box and then doing a 180 off the box and rolling off the box and stuff like that, that was all just like achieved by trying it over and over again. But the problem is with freestyle inline slalom is that actually there's a lot of moves, and most of them are really cool and I want to learn all of them, but they require a lot more technique than just jump, turn and go. Another thing I'd like to do is have videos that are a bit more of a flow in the park. I can't do that yet just because I've got a camera on a tripod, so you can't really see me flowing around the park, but I think probably in October, if the weather's still good here, October or November maybe, I'm going to buy a 360 camera, which has basically got fisheye lenses on both sides, so it can see in 360 degrees around it, so I can skate around and do some kind of flow thing, and afterwards edit the video and it'll look as if the camera was just following me around, and you can remove the fisheye and stuff like that. So yeah, know which one I'm going to buy, but I had a wedding, so I bought a suit, and now I'm going to the Alps for a climbing holiday with some friends, and also just had the car serviced, so it's like it's going to be next month or the month after before I get that camera, if I get it at all. It might not be worth it by the time it's October, and I can just bring it out next spring instead. Yeah, it's probably only going to be a few videos during the winter. I don't know what the weather gets like here. I've been here since January, but I wasn't really paying attention to the weather until I got skates, and it was already springtime by then. Okay, right, yes, that is everything. A bit of rambling at the end there. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Whoa.